Oh boy.
Well,
Wow, that was a lot of fun.
see, Safi. See?
It was very creative, though.
I know.
They really use a lot of ideas.
They don't really make any movies like that anymore because what they do is they'll just make like regular movies have these types of jokes in them and make regular movies have like these winks and nods to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And instead they should just make movies like Austin Powers.
Those are very good. Very creative. I've never seen one before. That was the very first time
See,
I've ever
Safi?
seen one. Well,
What'd you think of that?
there's sure a lot of bathroom jokes and
So what?
poop and pee and
So?
genital
Jingle? Jingle?
parts.
I thought you were going to say jingle bells.
No. And that really, I mean, that surprised me. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It was really creative, though. I don't think you can get too offended because there's just so much creativity. I mean, just that, using that the little mini-me and then that shadow and what that guy was, looked like he was watching.
I know.
That was so creative. I mean, it was so simple.
They do that in like each movie.
Oh, do they?
Because what they did was like they're building on jokes from previous movies.
Oh.
Like
Since I'd never seen any before.
Well, the first one is okay, and the second one is pretty good.
Uh-huh.
But the third one's really probably the best because it's the one where everything has added up. Like, the first one was very simple. It didn't really have a lot of stuff. And the second one is when they added more characters. They added Mini-Me and stuff like that. And that's why the second one's really good. And the third one's really good because they have all that plus more.
Oh.
I would say there's a couple issues, I guess. Like,
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Beyonce's character.
Well, I thought she did a really good job.
I
was surprised about that too.
She was really good.
She was.
And I've never seen a James Bond movie, so maybe I just wouldn't understand. But I didn't really get, like, what was her character supposed to be to Austin Powers? Like, she's not his girlfriend because, you know, they don't really indicate that they're going to be together or anything. It's just like she's a fling or something. Like that kiss at the end, that was such a lousy kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just stuff with that, a little bit with that, I guess. Because with the first movie, they had a reveal in the second one where she gets married to him. And then
really?
on their honeymoon, it turns out that she's an evil robot.
Yeah.
And so they close off the story with that, but they don't do that with this character because they haven't made a fourth one.
Okay.
So I guess they could do that in a fourth one. So, Safi?
Okay, well,
I guess you can say goodbye and I'll keep talking because...
I'll be back. Be back in a bit. Be right
Bye-bye,
back.
Safi.
Yeah.
You ready for your movies?
My movies?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
So this one's easily the best one out of the three we've
Is it
watched.
really? And it's which one? The fourth one?
The third one.
Third one. You're
But
kidding.
also
It's better than... Well, you know, that's really as it should be.
But also the Tom Cruise movies.
Oh, I see
Easily
what you're saying.
better
yeah.
than Top Gun, better than Magnolia.
Oh, yeah. 1,000 times.
Now, the thing is that I know that a lot of people wouldn't count that as a Tom Cruise movie, but I guess he really would be the American equivalent to James Bond. So even having him in that small capacity, I think it's good enough. You know, they counted some sort of documentaries that he produced of some of his movies on IMDb, and obviously we're not going to do those. But anyways, I think that's a really good movie. Like, it's surprisingly good, and you remember how good comedy used to be. You know, in the movie, they make fun of everybody. They make fun of every culture. They make fun of every ethnicity. They don't let anyone get off scot-free. So I would say that this was definitely the best one so far, and I can't wait to watch the next one. And I would also say I would still recommend the first two Austin Powers movies for anyone who hasn't seen them by now. I actually watched the third one first as well. What happened was we went to Dollar General or something when I was like 11 or 12, and they had all three movies, and I bought them for $1 each, of course. And I watched Goldmember first for some reason, because I didn't know there was an order. I didn't know that it was 1, 2, 3. I just thought that they were randomly, like, just in general, random stories of Austin Powers. So, Safi, was that a false alarm?
No.
Safi, I didn't like lobster. I would never get lobster at Red Lobster
Why?
again.
Why?
Because, like, there was hardly any meat, and the meat was, like, tough, and it didn't have any flavor in comparison to the crab.
Well, you know, it's really weird because the last time we ate there,
You said it was really good.
It was good, so it was better last time.
Well,
I noticed that myself. It didn't have. What I did was I dipped it in the butter sauce. I think you are supposed to do that.
even then, like, the crab is so much better, and with the crab, you don't even have to dip it in sauce, because that's how flavorful crab is. So
I don't know what to say. I felt like last time it was better. Still. Oh. I don't
Well,
know.
Safi, what are we going to have for dessert?
Well, we are having something that has nothing to do with Tom Cruise, but we bought a box of peaches, and it's a pretty big box. I don't know, half a bushel or something like that. I don't know about it. It doesn't really, you can't really see it from here, I think.
Delivering joy.
And of peaches, and the peaches are, I've got to make at least 2 more recipes, but they're at the point where I got them a week ago, and they're rotting. And I've got to cut them all up. And I made a peach cheesecake. And last night, I got a ton out of the box and just cut them, peeled them and cut them. And for the cheesecake, what you had to do was you had to cut a cup of them, exactly a cup, into little squares. So I did that. And then the other part was like the cup and a half or 2. And I don't know whether, after what happened today, if I should do some whipped cream and put it next.
I bet you are.
And that takes, I think, well, it makes 3 loaves. So I have to cut the... But I haven't really, I guess they did it better than everything. I mean, they didn't leave any stone unturned, I don't think. As, to play off anything. And I thought that was really good.
Who's your favorite character?
Oh, I don't know. I was really surprised about Beyonce. I mean, she did an excellent job.
It's surprising that she's not in more movies in comparison to, like, Lady Gaga, who I guess, like, she really wants to be an actress, but, like... Yeah. I would say probably Beyonce is better than Lady Gaga in terms of singing and acting. I would say the only flaw with the movie, besides the little bit of missed explanation at the end with her character, was they did a song at the beginning with Austin Powers, and then they do a song right after that. It is quote-unquote pad, and I thought that was unnecessary. To, like, do a large portion of that song. It was pretty stupid. That was the only thing, though. wrong with the movie. So,
I'm
Safi?
trying to remember so much. There was so much in the movie.
I know.
I mean, it was a shorter movie, but there was so much.
There's so much more than the 3-hour movie.
It was jam-packed.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. And I guess another thing, too, was they had all those guest appearances by people.
Yeah.
Which I guess they really wanted to be in the movie.
That's another thing that can easily not be good if done wrong.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
you
I'm
see
sure.
a lot of these cameo movies where, like, I guess, like, date movie or epic movie. Some people don't like that. I do. But in that movie, of course, you have all the different characters, and it's like, ha ha ha, look, it's a character from that franchise. Look, it's a character from that. And that's sort of like the jokes. And the cameos in this pretty much make sense, and all of them feel like really special cameos. So, Safi?
Yeah? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and become one of our subscribers. We welcome new subscribers. We welcome your comments. We welcome your opinions. And also, I mean, if you've seen these movies, any of them, tell us what you think. Did you enjoy them? Did you think they were really creative? Well, this one especially. Did you think it was as creative as we did?
I don't know. Do they?
I don't know. We'll have to see. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
And it was the perfect thing to watch after that 3-hour slog.
God. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.